Well, howdy, and welcome back to Cooking with Pants On. Today we eating good, real good. Yeah. Got a hot date? Don't know what to make? Try this. Take you some charcoal. Remember, if it ain't royal oak, it won't taste like real smoke. Dump, 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 dump. You want to make sure it's all in a pile best you can get. Take a couple of them little fire starter squares, light them. Sometimes it's a better idea to split them up before you burn them. That was hot. But put them on both sides and kind of get this thing flaming for a while. Once we do that, we're going to go inside and I'll show you. What you got there's a steak I got on sale. It's a little brown when I got it. Just means it's seasoned up a little better. And some pork steaks, because no sense in just grilling one steak. My hot date's just with my dogs, so yeah, I only got one steak. I love them, but they can eat pork. And take a little bit of oil, dump it in your bag, whatever seasonings you got and you want. Just whatever you think's good for you. Mix it all up, make sure they're all coated. Throw it in the fridge overnight. Make it a little better. I got this weird broccoli stuff. They call it asparagus or something. Got these baby bellas. You can use whatever mushrooms you want. You got to use mushrooms. They're delicious. I don't care what you say. Got some baby carrots. And we're going to want this pickled garlic that I got. We're going to have to show you how to make that scene. What you want now is to get a pan here for your little broccoli stuffs. And then 2 pans. Put more butter in one than the other for your carrots. We'll just sit down there until it melts off and we'll pull the paper out. It'll be fine. You won't even taste it. Cut them all on to high heat till they start to boil. Then tone it down medium or so. Salt for flavor. Garlic for flavor. For steaming. I like to pull the stems out of my mushrooms, bust them in half or so, and then I'm going to rinse them off because there's still a little bit of dirt on these ones. Whole mushrooms, you usually use that sliced, they're not too bad. Once you get that, dump them in the one with less butter. Again, a little salt for flavor. Personally, I'm going to put a little cayenne in these too, spice them up a little bit. Throw a lid on that one. Get rid of your butter paper. Ah, that's hot. Dump your carrots in. That's hot. Throw a lid on it. Let's turn all these down to medium now. Go back outside and see how the grill's doing. Well, daggone thing's taking too long. Let's add some air. Nice and easy does it. You ain't gotta go real high on it. Once you got your grill where you need it, make sure your grates are pretty clean. I like to scrape them over that, add it some flavor. I'm gonna throw the meat on. Throw that on there real good. I did add a little bit of onions to mine. I'm the only one eating it, so I ain't gotta worry about people not liking it. And it's delicious. We're gonna save the steak for just before the last minute when everything else is done. Only take maybe 5-6 minutes to cook. I don't usually close it down on beef, but we're gonna close this for pork. Watch that temperature rise. We're gonna check this stuff. That's doing good. Stir it around a little bit. We're gonna brown these up just a hair before we're done. We just wanna make sure they're soft first. Once these mushrooms are boiling real good, you know they're gonna get soft. It's hard to overcook mushrooms unless they burn. So we're gonna leave this off. I wanna make some gravy with the juice, so we need to thicken it up a little bit. Carrots are doing good. We're just gonna taste one every once in a while, kind of like you're cooking spaghetti. Once they get soft, we'll turn them down to a simmer. So I'm gonna make some gravy with that mushroom juice, so we're gonna chop up some more garlic. We're actually mincing this pretty more than anything. I don't want to have to strain it out. I just want to eat the chunks of garlic, but we don't want big chunks in the gravy. Going for a while. Let's check it. Now, I didn't thin out my pile real good because I got steak on here. So we're going to switch these two. We'll get a nice even cook on all of them, and we'll flip them. So look at that beautiful smoke roll. I'm going to smell good all night at church tonight. Now, this thing's cooking hot, which is what I want for the steak, but we're going to have to watch these close now that they're flipped. Now's when I like to add a little hot sauce. We're going to give this one to the doggies, so we won't put it on there for them. They won't like hot sauce all that much. Also, a little barbecue sauce if you want. If you haven't guessed, like I said, a hot date, you want to make sure they like sauce on their stuff. Some people like it dry. Personal preference. This here's dried out, so it's just starting to brown up. We don't want to burn it, but we do want to be careful. So now I'm going to take my mushrooms, strain them into this. That way what little bit of extra juice goes in there moistens this back up just a hair. More flavor that way. So we got that juice back to a boil. We're going to throw in this garlic. Once we turn off the asparagus, I'm just going to throw these mushrooms in here to stay warm. We'll go ahead and lid it back up. I just tasted the carrots and they got a little bit of a bite and they're soft. So we just go ahead and turn them off too. Got them nice and done, so we're going to pull them off. Now here's the part you want to be careful with. That thing is raging hot. I like my steak black and blue, so I'm not going to cook it but for maybe a minute aside. Most people are weak. If you're cooking for one of them people, tame this down with a little water. Let it cool down, cover it up a little bit. Just tame it down. Tame your fire down. Be alright. Yum. Once you've been on there a little less than a minute, give her a good flip. Yum. Once you get it cooked to your liking, I use the finger test. You want to let it sit for at least 8 minutes. Tell yourself 15 because you're just going to take a bite out of that sucker and it's not time yet. Let it rest, please. Got our juice down about where we want it, getting thick. So we're going to add some of this slurry. I'll hold that a little back just in case I need it. But going to stir that up real good. Watch it thicken. You want to taste it. Make sure it tastes okay. If it's too salty, add some water. If it's not salty enough, add some salt. Make it tasty. Once it thickens up like that, you can see it. You're good. Cut the heat. Now it's time to plate. We're going to cut up the pork chop first. Once your steak's had ample time to rest, we're going to go ahead and cut it against the grain. Now I know what you're thinking. It's not cooked enough. It's how I like it. And I have a feeling Gordon Ramsay would say something like, "It's bloody raw!" To which I would respond, "That ain't blood, it's myoglobin. Ain't no blood in that steak. Blood's all been cooked out." Once you got your plating done, it's time to change your shirt, because it might get on you and you don't want to do that. And always remember, ladies first. Yum, yum. There you have it. Pretty decent meal on a budget. Some of you might be thinking, he didn't add a potato to that steak. Well, no. I didn't want a potato with that steak. I got that broccoli stuff, and mushrooms, and mushroom gravy, and carrots. I don't need a potato. I'm big enough. Say thanks for your food, put on some YouTube, and watch more Cooking with Pants while you eat. She's bound to love that. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.